Hello everyone, it is Miss Haskins. I am really excited to share some of the options that you have for reading this fall. I am mostly going to be focusing on digital reading, ebooks, and audiobooks. I used to be someone who loved print books and only print books. I liked the physical connection of holding the pages and seeing my progress as I went through the material. But I realized that actually for several years I hadn't been reading apart from what was required for academic or professional reading. So I decided to give digital books a try, and I'm so glad I did because I found that I really enjoy them, and I've started reading a whole lot more. And so I want to show you how to get access to that as well. Part of what makes digital reading so great is that you get to control the way you view the information. So this is an excerpt from the memoir Heartberries by Therese Marie Myatt, and you can see it gives you 3 different options for background colors and contrasting text. I always used to catch myself trying to get ahead with reading, seeing all those words on a page. Sometimes it made me a little anxious, and that was really discouraging. So now I increase the text size, and I find that fewer words on the page really helps me focus and enjoy reading a lot more without the stress. So I do encourage you to play around with those options and see what works best for you. When you're ready to start digital reading, SacLibrary has a phenomenal collection. You can read online, or they have an Overdrive or Libby app. They give you access to the same content, but I recommend Libby since it is a little more user-friendly for most people. So let's go to the library webpage, www.sanjuan.red, and take a deeper look at these options. So you'll scroll down to find the Read page, or select Read from the main menu. This is focused around digital content and things that you can get access to safely from home and from a distance. So again, the primary content is on Overdrive or Libby. If you read online, it's going to say Overdrive. In the URL, they don't have a Libby option for the web browser. But if I want to browse, I can look at all of their subjects, or I can look by format, ebook or audiobook. I can also go to their collections and see what is available right now, this very minute. I cannot wait to read something amazing. So let's see. There's some beautiful options. Michelle Obama's book is available. I could check it out right now, but I'm not going to do that because I know that Michelle Obama narrates her audiobook herself, so when and if I get around to reading it, I'm going to definitely do the audiobook first because it's always very exciting to hear the writers tell their stories in their own voices. Log in, again, use SJ and your ID number and your 4-digit year of birth. I will sign in and take a peek at some of my current checkouts. So my account, I can see what's on hold. If it's not currently available, then it'll let you place a hold, and it will give you an estimate as to when that will be available for you. And then let me check my loan. So say I want to read it in my browser. If you click on the top corner, it'll bookmark your page. Click towards the center of the page to bring up some more information. You can add a bookmark from here as well, or select the menu for more options. That will let you see any of the bookmarks that you have written. Reading settings allows you to customize the presentation of the material. So if I want to scale up the text, scale down the text, I can do that. If I want even larger font, I can include accessibility sizes, which extends the scale up. So I can go really big. I can change the background, dark, bright, sepia, and then even have more options. I can go in there and say, I want to change the presentation of the text. All right. And then going into custom, you can customize even more. One that I typically do, they will start with justified text, so right and left lines up, but that does mean that sometimes words have more space before it and sometimes words have less space, and that tends to slow down reading a little bit, so I like to go left justified so that every word has consistent spacing. The last thing to note here is offline access. If you are going to be reading later when you don't have internet access, you will want to download that to your device so that the book is still available for you. And I'm ready to read. I can also access this book through the Libby app on my phone. All those same options apply. In addition, if you have holds, it will notify you when they are available. The app automatically will download items to have available offline. Hoopla is the second option for SacLibrary, and the really cool thing about that is they have a synchronous checkout model. So every single person at our school can check out the same book at the same time if they wanted, but they are much more limited in the numbers. While SacLibrary lets you have 60 books out at a time, Hoopla will only let you take 5 items out every month. For this, you can also download the app and take items with you. All of these have a 3-week, 21-day checkout. So you can browse titles. For some reason, browse is going directly to audiobooks. So if you want to do ebooks or any other item, you can go up to browse and select the content type. So yeah, I'm already seeing some really cool options. The other option is to go through categories. It gets a little overwhelming and kind of confusing as to how they make these selections. These top categories tend to be good to go with, but then there are a lot of specific categories that can be a bit overwhelming. But if I do want to go into social science, for example, it'll show me all the social science ebooks, and then also give me an option to narrow down with the subcategories. So if I want books about people with disabilities, find those items there. So I'm going to log in to my account. So go up to My Hoopla and Currently Borrowed. Select the T at the top right to get more text options. And okay, I haven't ever tried reading on green. Never thought of reading on green, but I do know I like my font a little bit bigger, and line height, no, that's probably good default. I like left justified, 2 columns are good for the wider screen. So apply. Nope, do not like green, good to know. So I will go back to the dark, which is where I typically like to read. It says I have 5 more titles to borrow this month because I did check this one out last month. You do need to create an additional account to use Hoopla. Just use your school email and you can get logged in there. Audible currently has some free content. You can go in and browse that. And it doesn't require a login of any kind. You can just immediately start listening. And it'll give you information on how long it is and who writes it, who narrates it. And then the last option is Open eBooks. Miss Haskins will have your login information, so please contact me to log in with First Book, to get your access code and PIN. See lots of options for ebooks that you can read there. So that is the general overview of the different options for reading online. If you need access to open ebooks or have any other questions or concerns, please do contact me through the school or through this form. And if you want me to give you a call or whatever else, just include that information in the message. So you have a ton of great reading options, and I really look forward to hearing from you and helping in whatever way I can to get you connected with the books that are of interest to you. Happy reading!